Hi, it's Ashleigh from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop, and it's definitely already feeling like winter here where I live. So I decided to get started on some winter-themed cookies. So I'm just taking a regular heart-shaped cookie, and I'm using my piping and flooding icing to pipe and fill this heart. I am using royal icing today. Now you could use a glaze, but I do like the royal icing because it gives a really nice bright white quality. For all of my cookie tutorials, my sugar cookie recipe that I use, as well as the royal icing recipe that I use, is down in the description box below. After everything is fully dried, you're going to take your piping icing, though you could use piping and flooding icing for this as well, and you're going to draw the mitten shape. And I wanted 2 little mittens on here, but you could easily just do 1 if that's the look that you would like. You could also just use a mitten cookie cutter as well, but I had hearts on hand, and I also think that adding the little details at the very end looks super cute. Don't forget your little string detail. Now I left these cookies a pure white. I think it looks really striking when you do that, and it kind of just looks like the cookie is popping out like a pattern at you. But if you want to, you can totally do like red mittens or green or teal mittens would look really great too, whatever colors you desire. With your pipe and flood consistency, go ahead and fill that in. Now you will notice that I did outline everything, kind of left it for a bit and then filled it in. I was teaching an online cookie class, so I couldn't really see what the consistency of their icing was like. So as a safety net for them, I had them fill in the cookies with flooding icing, but I did piping icing on the outside just in case their piping and flooding icing was a little bit off, then nothing would overflow, because that is a problem that happens, especially with beginners. This is the very first time I've ever filmed something while trying to teach something at the same time online, so it was a bit of an adventure. After those mittens are fully dry, now we can start our little knit pattern on our mittens. And if you did see my sweater weather cookies that I did for fall, this is pretty much the same technique. The only difference is I did make the hole on my tipless bag a little bit larger, just because the knit is a little bit larger here. And I will also say the consistency of my frosting is a lot better too, because I added more meringue powder to this, so it's staying nice and puffy without looking grainy. You can be very open and free with your pattern on your mittens. If you want to pull up a picture that you found on Instagram of an actual sweater, that works too. Do whatever feels right for yourself. One major tip I can give you if you are a beginning cookier is that you want to make sure you're not dragging that piping bag through, especially when you're doing lines. You want to squeeze the piping bag and then lift that line up. So your piping bag is actually quite high from the cookie. And then when you are ready to finish the line, you just bring it back down and dot it down. The key here is even pressure. Now I ended up adding on some little patterns in the background. I put on some of these dots, just a dot of royal icing, and then I put on those silver pearls. In the next shot, you'll see some snowflakes added to them as well, and I just did that with a little fondant cutter. All right, now let's get into the pricing for these cookies. So obviously there is a lot of detail that goes into these cookies, but they are all one color. So the pricing is really based on that detailing. Now I did give stock pricing as well, but I think this is more so based on just the mittens themselves, not all of those extra goodies on there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be part of the Sweetie fam. Right now, I'm uploading daily, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Also, be sure to comment, request, or ask a question. I love hearing from you guys. Bye!